Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict, 20-year recovering abusive sex addict, and we back at it. It's time for me to open up to y'all to really make a video about what's been going on in my life. First and foremost, thank you for tuning in. My day ones, people just passing through, I love you. Maybe this is for you, maybe it's not. But if it is, as I always say, raw, uncut truth, never scripted, no filters, no edits, no nothing. When the inspiration hits, then I make this video. Well, I just got back to the doc, and I just got off the phone with someone whose input is very dear to me. I don't seek a lot of people's advice. Most of the time I'm walking this earth alone. I try to stay righteous. I try to stay with principle. And I try to stay walking this path. I've slipped up here and there. If you watch the last couple of videos, then you know that I have let certain females into my life. And right now I was and am currently dealing with a situation. I'm not going to go too much into it, but I had to pick up the phone and call the good reverend. I am not, first and foremost, let me clarify that I am not an overly religious person, and this is not an overly religious channel. What I am is very spiritual. Do I try to follow the Bible's teachings? Absolutely. But will you see me going to Sunday service in church every single day? Don't mind that. That's another truck unloading right now. So if you hear that noise in the background, that's what it is. But I am not. But a man must have purpose. And right now, my purpose was being skewered, and I had questions. So I picked up the phone and I called the good reverend. This is someone who's been there for me, who's given me advice when I was homeless, the various times I was living out of my car, had nothing, down to my last $8, had nothing left, and was basically ready for the Lord to come and get me. Not out of emotion, but because I have given 150% and I've exhausted all options. And a couple of times, especially one particular time, the Most High saved me. So I vowed to never turn my back on him. No one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. We're all in this flesh. The only thing you can do is the cornerstone of my channel. Try to become the best version of yourself. So I hope you guys are trying to do that too. Now back to what I was saying. As I was telling him the story, my falls, my slips, my backsliding, my wake-up calls, the last few months, the last couple of people that have gone in and out of my life. One of them I have a great relationship with now. I'm not going to go into detail. Girl, I know you watched the video. I'm not going to sit here and talk about you, but understand that I do value the relationship I do have with you now, and I wish the best for you. I've said that before, and I'm saying it again, so I don't regret anything that happened between the two of us. But as I'm sitting on the phone, and I'm asking the reverend, not because I need another man's advice, because I value this man's input. You take in information, you process it, you come to your own conclusion, and you do what's necessary. You don't have to agree with someone or hold that person's point of view higher than yours, but sometimes it's good to get a second opinion, especially when it's from someone that you really respect. And this man, I truly respect. So I want to sit here and say thank you, Reverend Harriet. But as I was telling him this story, telling him what had been going on, he pointed out that yes, you did succumb to the flesh, which you did. And I know that I did. We're all human. But the one thing that he told me was that, you know, when you tell this story, the only thing I hear is I. It's not about what you want. It's about what God's will has for you. So you need to go and read this. You need to go and read that. Ask God to show you the way. ask him in what direction you should go. You should lead. And I told him, the last thing I want to do is hurt anyone, is hurt any female, is hurt any person. I've been hurt, and you're going to hurt people. That's what this life is about. You can't escape it, because you can't make everyone happy. If you try to make everyone happy, the one person that will be the most unhappy is yourself. If you are a man of principle, if you are righteous, then chances are you're going to ruffle a few feathers. But what he said to me was so strong and so powerful, and it's not exactly telling me what to do. It's the fact that you've been in the driver's seat when you should have let God be in the driver's seat, because the Holy Spirit will show you the correct way. I know this sounds like religious talk, but it's not. If you've been following my channel, then you know the path that I'm on, and you know the direction that I want to go in. If you look at my earlier videos till now, I'm not the one to be a hypocrite, but I am the one to point out my faults. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm appreciative of his opinion that he gave me today. I think some of you out there could take heed to that advice too, because we all need a little bit of guidance. Sometimes I make the habit of having the me against the world attitude. And sometimes there are times in my life where I've gone into extreme isolation. I know, God, that may isolate you for a season, but he also pointed out, some guys get married, some guys do have family, and there are some guys who are single. There are some guys who are celibate. Everything is not for everyone. Only you can decide what's right for you. But the last thing that you want to do is make it all about yourself. Let God show you the way, and follow his path and follow his direction, because the answer will come clear to you when you let the Lord sit in that driver's seat. So that's what I'm going to do. I know this one may not get the views that it should, and that's okay. But if you follow in my channel, you know that when it hits me, I have to make these videos. So this video is for my core subscribers, the ones that really support the channel, the ones that really follow me on this journey, who are actively trying to become the best version of themselves. I applaud you, I salute you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict, 20-year recovering abusive sex addict, telling y'all to enjoy the day, telling you to go outside in nature, telling you to take time for yourself, and try to just keep becoming the best version of yourself. You know my name, you know my slogan: discernment over delusion. Live and stand for something greater than one's own self-gratification. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I'm out. Thank you. Blessings.